think you pulling strings, but I got my guitar with me. Whoa, you ain't shit, yeah, I know how this goes. It's always me, that's why my heart is cold. But I ain't tripping, cause I know I'm chosen. I'm a ball in this bitch like the rose. And heart frozen, it can't go boom, 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 boom. Don't know where I'm going, but I'm a zoom, 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 zoom. I can't control.
YouTube, what is up, and welcome back to the channel, another banger, more content, more information. Okay, this video today is based off of electric vehicles. All right, everybody going crazy. The reason I'm making this video, I was driving home and I seen the EV Dodge actually drive by me. I wish I could ask that owner to stop and let me do a quick little video on it, but it's okay, it is all good. Alright, today's video is going to be based on how much does it cost to charge, alright? How much does it cost to charge an electric vehicle, okay? So a few people know that the kilowatt hours cost, what kilowatts hours may cost them. You know, when you pull over typically for a Tesla, you got to charge it. But everybody says, oh, it saves the economy, it saves the world, it saves this, it saves that. Is it saving your pockets though? That's what I truly want to know. Is it saving your pockets, okay? So we want to realize, and a lot of people don't realize how cheap EV homes are charging versus gasoline. But the public fast charging is far more expensive. So we're going to see, right? A lot of the times we base the price on fast charging, but that's like fast gas pumping, NASCAR race style, right? That's not the original price. How much does it cost to charge it at your house? What is the difference in your electricity bill? You're not rushing, you plug it in when you get home, 12 hours worth of sleep, you wake up, you go to work, you unplug it, or you wake up, you unplug it, and you head off to work. Those typical slow chargers, trickle charging is way cheaper, way more affordable, and supposedly cheaper than gas. So let's see how cheap it really gets. Big shout out to Cars and Drivers on this one, right? I definitely have to show my love on this article. I know a lot of y'all don't like to read, so I'll read it for you, and I'll make this video for you. Okay, so calculating the cost of charging an electric vehicle at home, on the road, at home and on the road. We know, like I said, the at-home version is going to be cheaper. On the road is always going to be more expensive because now instead of charging it on your dime, you're charging it on someone else's dime. And public charging is always going to be more expensive, okay? So, again, often overnight, the cost per mile is always going to be cheaper if you're charging it at home overnight than the cost of gasoline for similar vehicles, okay? It's tougher for apartment people, apartment dwellers. If you stay in an apartment, understand that you have to pay for those stations. Very different, like multiple different ranges from pricing. And then sometimes if you're lucky, you can find a free one in the mall. I know in Hawaii a lot of people did that. They'll always find something in the mall or some kind of parking area, okay? For DC fast chargers, drivers will likely want to pay those on a road trip, so that way you're not adding 45 minutes or an hour every time you need to charge. You can do a fast charger for like 30 minutes. That is when the EV range and prices vary, and often those are going to be more expensive than gasoline per mile. So that is what we hear a lot of when people are traveling on the road. You never hear your daily, I go to work, charge it at home people complain, but when you're on the road on a daily basis or you're traveling a lot with the EV vehicle, you might as well rent a car. I wouldn't travel EV first of all, but some people do. So we can't stop them from doing that, but some people do. Let's talk about the biggest EVs out there, Teslas, okay? Let's talk about Teslas, all right? Specifically the Model Y. The Model Y is currently the best-selling EV in America, probably the world. It costs as little as $14 to charge, or as high as $46. Yes, you heard me right. As little as $14 a charge or as high as $46, okay? Depending on whether you're charging it at home or far more expensive if you're charging it at a level 3 fast charger. So that is definitely a big thing, okay? So again, took a look at the best cases, take a look at the worst cases. All right, so right here in Cars and Drivers, it said they picked 3 EVs from a span of ranges from small to large, relatively effective and huge power, power hungry cars. Like electric vehicles are going to eat up that power no matter what. How they looked at them from highest to lowest home charging rates, which varied state by factor, of course. Every different state, different electric grids, what they're charging. They calculated a DC fast charger for the road trips as well. So we can get different aspects here and see what we think. So They say that about 1 kilowatts can move an EV 2 to 3 miles. EV drivers can often benefit from reduced rates from their electric utility that encourages charging when demand is low. So charge at home no matter what. So the electric company charges the best and the lowest rates from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. So if you guys own an electric car, 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. it says here is the best, okay? Also, cost of public EV fast and charging station has risen steeply over the last couple years. So between 2021 and 2024, the price of electric and electrifying America units went up 30%, okay? While Tesla's superchargers have increased 38 to 112%, yeah, you heard me right, 38 to 112%. That large range is due to pricing, and that now varies, okay? The economy is getting more expensive, cost of everything is going up. It is what it is, but we're just going to be open and be honest with it here, okay? Meanwhile, the average resident electricity cost in U.S. Has also gone up. So it increased by about 21% on your electric bill. So again, 38% to 112% on fast chargers. Typical American household it went up 21%. Listen to these percentage. Life is getting more expensive. So unfortunately, we were trying to build electric cars to be safer and cheaper. But if the economy is so aggressive, then we have to understand electricity is going to go up, clothes go up, food goes up, everything is going to go up. So is it really effective at this time to have an electric car? I'm not a hater, but tell me, is it really effective? So in the best case right now in this article, I'm seeing a 2025 Hyundai 6 standard range, okay? So what they did is break down the cost. So in Louisiana, for the most efficient mileage, so they did 100 miles of home charging. It cost them about $2.68 for 100 miles worth of charge at the house. And 100 miles of electrifying America fast charging cost them $17.08 to get 100 miles, okay? 100 miles in a car is typically 33 miles per gallon. A small sedan burnt regular gasoline, which costs about $8.25. So an electric car at home for 100 miles, you're paying about $2.68. On the private market outside of your home, you're spending about $17.08. And then for a gas car, you're spending about $8.25. So if you charge at home, 2, 4, 6, 8, 4 times cheaper to charge at home, right? Compared to gas. And then if you pay on the road, you're paying exactly double the price of electricity as in a gas car. So buy an electric car if you have the discipline and ability to charge at home. If you don't have an at-home charging station, don't do it. Understand you're going to pay double the price for gas if you are traveling outside the state or long distances. If I was an electric car owner, which I will never be, what I would do is I would charge a car at home to go to work back and forth. If I was going on vacation or something, I will just rent a car. That's what I would do. I wouldn't take an EV there because I never want to be stranded. I couldn't. So again, this is just a bunch of numbers of at-home charging. Like I told you, 100 miles is 41.7% of EPA rates range from 240 miles. Percentage of its 53 kilowatt battery packs is 22.1 kilowatts. In Louisiana, the cost of that is 22.1 kilowatts is $2.68 in electricity to drive 100 miles. When charged at home, you're adding 5% factors for charging loss compared with the 33 mile per gallon gasoline car that requires 3 gallons of gasoline in the price of Louisiana, which is $2.72 per gallon. That's about $8.25, meaning 100 miles in a fairly effective compatible gasoline vehicle is about 3 times as expensive as 100 miles in the Hyundai Icon 6 or Ioniq 6 is what they call that electric car. So it is 3 times more expensive as miles in the electric car. But the choice of comparison vehicles makes a big difference, all right? A 49 mile per gallon combined Honda Civic Hybrid, for example, costs $5.55 for 100 miles. So what do you choose? You know, you could get 8 gallons on a normal car. You could get $8 per that same 100 miles. You can buy a hybrid and do $5 per 100 miles, or you could go electric and do $2 per 100 miles. But again, it's not about miles per gallon or kilowatts per miles or whatever. It's about smiles per gallon, okay? Smiles per miles. Whatever song or rap I need to make up to match. That is what it's about. Okay, so we don't have results from the 75-mile-an-hour real-world highway range test. They didn't do that portion. The larger battery rear-wheel drive variant gave them 300 miles on the test, or 87.7% in combined EPA estimated of 342 miles. Applying that percentage to the standard range, 240 miles, gives us a real-world highway range of 211 miles. So this is just a bunch of miles breakdown from gas to electric, all right? Using an electrified American station, again, using an electric station, is about 56 cents per kilowatt on its standard plan. The amount of electricity will cost the driver $14.78 or more than twice the cost of gasoline bought in Louisiana to cover the distance, okay? So in conclusion, let's get to the end here. It says home charging is more cheaper, highway travel costs more per mile. So again, electric cars are still meant to be a daily. This is not a travel car whatsoever, okay? Just don't do it. If you want an electric car, cool to you. Let me know in the comments below right now. Are you guys electric? Are you guys electrified? Do you support the electric car game? Or would you say gasoline? I get it. We're trying to save the turtles. But we're going to drill, baby, drill and get that on. That's just my opinion. I'm not an electric car guy. I am here to save the turtles and the world and the trees and stuff. But until next time, guys, don't forget you are now watching I Stay Joshin', man. I love you guys. I respect you guys. Be safe. Don't do drugs. People are dying from these overdoses, man. And it's so, so sad. Till next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.
Hey, hey, it's kinda hard to keep up, moving all around the world. It's kinda hard to stay focused, I'm seeing different girls. She acting like she don't notice, I'm trying to get to her. Hey, tell her that I'm feeling her, don't let her go, I'm missing her. No, it ain't no Chelsea, I wanna get the kissing her. Let me chill and back it up before I get my feelings hurt. Be too caught up in my thoughts, I don't know why I'm texting her. If you want, then we can box, if you want, get the